At sunset, a hungry fox wandered the vineyard road, light on his feet. He smelled ripe sweetness drifting over stone walls and dry summer dust. His legs began to tremble. Still, he refused to leave the prize behind. They swayed softly, just beyond the reach of his hopeful jumping paws. He leaped once, missing by a whisker, landing hard on sharp pebbles below. He leapt again, stretching higher, but the vine stayed cruelly distant. His breath grew rough, his chest beat fast, and pride burned in his eyes. From a low branch, a sparrow watched, saying nothing, only tilting its head. The fox paced back, measured the distance, and launched with full force. The grapes blurred past his snout. He snapped at air and hit the ground. Heat rose in him, not from effort, but from shame that tasted like iron. He glanced around, fearing laughter, though the vineyard held only wind. Again he jumped, scraping bark, claws sliding as the vine shook overhead. The fruit stayed perfect, untouched, shining in the last gold of daylight. His legs began to tremble. Still, he refused to leave the prize behind. He told himself, one more jump, the way hunger lies to a tired heart. The sparrow finally chirped, rest a moment, think before you throw again. The fox ignored it, circling wider, gathering speed like a storm in grass. He sprang higher than before and fell harder, dust puffing up in defeat. Now anger covered his weakness like paint over deep cracks in old wood. He barked at the grapes as if the fruit itself had wronged him on purpose. Night crept in. Shadows cooled the stones, his mouth dried with bitterness. He stared up long, then lowered his eyes, choosing loud words over wisdom. Behind the wall, the keeper turned a lantern, guarding vines from thieves at dusk. The fox heard the faint clink of tools and knew the night would bring real risk. Still, he stood there, pretending he could walk away without wanting anything. At last he scoffed, those grapes are sour anyway, and he spit the lie into the cold dust. He said it louder so the sparrow and the vines would hear, as if noise could make it true. Yet his stomach answered with a quiet ache, and his tongue stayed sweet-starved and dry tonight. He walked away slowly, but every step carried a glance back like a chain pulled tight behind. The road bent past the village, where a mason stacked stones with patient, steady hands at dawn. The fox watched the work, and the mason nodded, saying, some walls yield only to time and care. That phrase followed him because it sounded like hunger without excuses, simple and unafraid. Later, he met an old tortoise near a well, who drank calmly and offered no mocking smile at all. The fox admitted, I chased a prize too high. But he left out the part where pride turned to scorn. The tortoise replied, if you cannot reach today, learn the path to reach tomorrow, not a story. Days passed, the fox returned before sunrise, when vines hung lower with dew and cool air. He studied the wall, found a fallen crate, and pushed it close, working quietly, watching twice. He climbed, slipped, tried again, and stopped to breathe, saving strength instead of spending it. A farmer noticed and raised a brow, but the fox kept calm, because effort needs no audience. On the third morning, he reached the cluster at last, not by jumping blind, but by planning well. The grapes were sweet, not magic, and the taste was better because it did not come with a lie. He ate only enough, then left the rest, remembering that wanting more often turns to a trap. At the stream, he saw his reflection and did not sneer. He looked smaller, yet somehow stronger. When the sparrow returned, it asked, so were they sour? And the fox shook his head, ashamed. He said, they were sweet. My words were bitter. And the sparrow fluttered as if pleased by truth. That evening, the fox passed the mason again and dropped a pebble into the neat pile in thanks. The mason smiled because small, honest acts build more than walls. They build the one who acts. From then on, when a prize sat out of reach, he chose practice over pride, silence over boasts. And when he failed, he did not poison the moment with excuses. He simply tried again another day. He learned that envy is loud but useless, while effort is quiet and brings real fruit in time. If you cannot reach it, do not call it worthless. Call it a lesson and grow taller inside.